Alright, let's check it out. See how it goes. Yep. Yeah, we can never be. I don't know what all went down, but yeah, we can never be right here. It's not a proper spot. So this map is actually clever in the sense that like this is one of the key spots in the game on defense to hold this spot. You might be able to hold it down here sometimes, but yeah, the point starts right here, then you immediately go into here. So like this is the very beginning part of it. No good for holding. So now we're just staggering. So it's pretty hard to come back from this. You know, a lot of games will just get swayed by, you know, just repeated staggers in the middle like this. Let's see how it goes. Nice, we reacted that time. Nice ultimate. Nice getting out of it right away. Save these people, use the fox form. Cool, man. Get tagged by them, so not very nice. Yeah. Okay. Everything's back up. So now we're starting the next round. So yeah, it's not the worst thing ever. 230 is still quite a bit of time on the board. But these games, genuinely, you can't come back to them. You never know what's going to happen, you know. Your teammates might pull off anything. And so we just want to be there to support everybody, do the best we can. Alright, so this is what's happening. Let me see. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, I mean, a little quicker on the sticks, I'd recommend. Whenever I watch like pro players playing these types of games with a lot of activity, they were able to 180. You know what I mean? And we want to be. So this is actually something I personally thought when I was ranking up. I didn't play healer that much, but I looked at the healers and I thought one of the crucial things. Oh yeah, I mean, you're not like a healer main, but it looks like you enjoy flexing. You know, you play everything. So one of the things that I noticed with healers better than other healers, if a healer is like slowly moving their cursor and they're not really, that's totally different than a healer who's like, you know what I mean, like everything's really snappy, right? So we want to have really good aim when we play healer, and we want to be really quick. I'm over here and then I'm over here, because that's something that happens all the time when you're a healer in this game, right? There's 4 other players and there's only 2 healers, so I'm regularly going to have to juggle multiple priorities, and that also goes in with how my aim is, right? And that's really good for everything, not just for healers, but yeah. But yeah, I mean, just like, you know, something you might hear on the internet, because we were also talking about like stuff we hear on the internet before about the game, right? People might say, oh, you don't need any mechanical skill to play these healers or whatever. It's literally not the case ever. I mean, cloak and dagger also, you need to have quick, accurate aim. Obviously, it's not like direct hit scan like a Lunar or something like that, and then rocket is even more. But if you want to be a really good rocket that's like doing the most for the team, then yeah, you got to be really good on the gun as well, and you got to be putting all the orbs in the right place, because there's more you can do besides just shoot orbs into the team repeatedly, right, to get advantages. All right, it's going well though. So we could have maybe seen that one because our teammates were largely healed up, so we could go for that attack, like try to put a right click through that person while they're jumping through the air. That would have been a good way to try to clean up that kill. We don't want to neglect any of these guys, but yeah, that was an opportunity there. This is another opportunity. Like, he's overextended and he's got a very small, what do you call that? Health bar. So good, just going after him a bit. But we did switch up on her, but we should have kept going on him. And also we have a teammate up here we can notice as well. I mean, she's already doing pretty bad. But she's kind of like a tank with a big health bar that can move all around all over the place and stuff like that. So when we have the opportunity to kill a squishy that can't get away, Yeah, it's really good. And we can also sort of go into here. Not that we don't want to shoot her, you know what I'm saying, but it kind of like we had a really good opportunity and then we like switched over to her instead. I don't think that was as good as it could have been. Yeah, it's tough, it's tough. Nice thinking to go for the save there with the shift, but yeah, it was just kind of... Maybe not. Let's see what's about to happen. She got the kill on him, on the dino there. But now she's trying to tank, you know, it's not really going to work. And then he also takes damage, right? That's like another thing people don't get in these ranks as well. It's like, it's not just you taking damage. Damage can also go back to the guy back here. And then now he has to heal himself, and he's under threat and stuff like that. So a lot of these people are only thinking about themselves. Oh, why am I not getting healed, you know? But yeah, healing is always like that. It's always finite. Alright. So yeah, we can reflect on this as well. So basically, our teammates are trying to stay out here, which isn't very smart. They should basically get behind cover and wait for the team, because we don't have any time to waste. We don't want to stagger under any circumstance, right? But a lot of teams don't get that. So what we can do is, we could have done a shift on the penny. I wasn't following the whole time, but I saw that. Just get out there as soon as possible without overextending. That way we can immediately start healing people, because they're down one healer. So it's like, if we're gonna help our team survive, we got to do it right now, and not have any more staggers. Because now we're just waiting on the DPS. Yeah, nice thinking. This person is, you know, they're just doing way too much. They're not even using cover. They're just standing right here looking at an entire team. They're not, like, you know, they could do this at the very least, right? They could protect themselves, but they're totally leaving themselves entirely open by walking forward instead of just using cover. So yeah, you had to go and follow that up. It's a good dodge. Yeah, so he's got a limited time ability that he's using right now, and he's also overextending. We're thinking about following this up. So she needs heals, unfortunately. But almost, yep, and we got that one. But yeah, he's under threat, and they take advantage of it, and then there, it's over with this one, yeah. Okay, so they used just one ultimate, but that's still an ultimate. So basically we have an ultimate advantage overall, because they used one and we didn't use any for our next team fight here. So yeah, we're immediately in the match. We're immediately healing people. You know, she needs healed. No reason to be acting like the game is not happening. It is. We could be shooting at enemies. We could be doing stuff. Kind of missed that, right? There's no reason for our aim to be all over the place. But yeah, they're really not picking up the memo here, so most likely it's not going to go that well overall. But still, we want to go ahead and use our healing ultimates, try to make the most of it, see if we can get in. So now we are having a switch up. Now our Angela has tried to flank, so this is helpful. A flank is a positive development for the team, so that way they can't just be right here completely diffing us over and over again. But instead, now they have to travel back here, and now their attention is starting to get split. So this is a good development. This might make all the difference. Yeah, I mean, we can see this on our screen, so there's no reason for us not to see that. And it is a Spider-Man I didn't notice before. But yeah, we have a Spider-Man now, which is really good. But yeah, we got to heal him up. And we don't need to be here. You know what I mean? We're not a tank. We don't need to be here. We go about here, that's fine. Try to heal him up, but we don't need to be mindlessly walking into danger zone looking at the ground. You know what I mean? Throwing the heals, and we're ready for people to come around us, right? We're not alone. We have our team. So we're waiting, we're ready for our team to sort of come out and start attacking around us. That's what we're expecting to happen here. And we have this ultimate, and we've checked our scoreboard by now, and we know that our rocket has an ultimate as well. That's what we're expecting to happen. Nice. Yep. There's that one. Nice. Do this for a little bit, but we need to be using our ultimate basically if we want a good chance to get in, I think. We should have followed up. Like, this is the blade, but really our mind is over here. This is the fight that really matters, that we're really trying to be a part of here. So yeah. I think it's just necessary for us to use our ultimate and try to take over this. They're gonna have their other healing ultimate, but it's still like our best shot. I'm pretty sure. Rather than waiting, we should just use it right here. But this was like a lack of being in the match, I would say, because, you know, I'm basically thinking about this and about the team fight. And I'm thinking, what do I want to do relative to all of this? Rather than like reacting to the blade and going after the blade. But now we have our ultimate. We see this guy has his ultimate. So now our main goal is within this next minute, we need to get to the point in a good way and use our ultimate. And also, this is a pretty strong ultimate. And then also, this is actually a very strong ultimate. He's going to fly in there at some point and do that. And if we're distracting the team, if stuff is happening, it has a very good chance to kill healers and stuff like that. So we don't want to, like, we could just do our best to try to heal Spider-Man. But other than that, we're just sort of waiting here for the team, right? Nice. That's fine. He'll be back in 8 seconds, and he'll just about have his ultimate. So yeah, we can actually, I would actually push a bit here. I want to sort of let the team know we're going in. So I'm not going to overextend, but just, you know, let them know that we're trying to go down this path here. We kind of immediately went back to like the whole going forward and backing up and then moving like this. I'm picking up on a trend. I see you doing that quite a bit. I see. Yep, there's a lot of threats, but yeah, we know that what we're going to do is just use our ultimate at some point and try to get in there. So we're sort of, yeah, we want to already, like, this is why I'm thinking different than what you're doing. I'm sort of always like, my positioning is always going to be a little bit aggressive because I'm trying to get in here as well as bring my team with me. That way I can use the ultimate, boom, 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 boom. And do you as this person with the ultimate, I don't know everything about it, but you need to do damage to enemies in order to heal up. So you don't want to take way too much damage, but you don't want to be away from the damage either. And you want to be like a bridge from your team to go with you into the team. And we need to get the point, and we need to sort of get all up in them and around them and try to get kills as much as possible. And yeah, so he used his. So that's another thing that we were thinking was, this is our only chance, right? We got these two together is like, this is literally what we're doing. This is our push for the last time. And then, like I said, we expect him to come in. He's going to do his own thing, whatever. And then I didn't see this earlier, but this is really good too. Moon Knight is a really powerful DPS, and he also gets his ultimate very fast. So it's really good for pushing. So we did the opposite, right? We're like kind of hanging back here. There we go. That's a good time. That's a good time. Nice. We should have gone more because these people were like low health. Yeah, so he just used his ultimate, the Spider-Man. So when we see this low health, we got to get on it. I mean, I'm not sure exactly what you're thinking, but yeah, like, we need to be aggressive here. We can, you know, we can't, or like, I'm not sure what you're thinking, but maybe we're thinking, I'm going to save people back here. You know, they have to come to me. You know, I'm being aggressive. I'm trying to use, because it's not just a healing ultimate, it's an offensive ultimate. We need to be, everything needs to be happening towards this. Obviously, we don't leave our whole team behind and leave them vulnerable to something. But in general, that's what I'm thinking. And so now it's pretty much over. All we have is, we do still have a neutral fight and Moon Knight. Again, all of my focus is this way. You know what I mean? We have no time left. Everything has to be happening this way. We also could have used the Strange Portal in the past. We should have. We could have had that idea. Not for you because you had the healing ultimate, but a Strange Portal would have been another way to try to get in there.